And hello, and welcome to the Kiyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I am your host, Kiyoshi Herbie Bagwell. I want to say hello to everybody out there in sport karate, all those who are competing in weapons, forms, and fighting across the country. You guys keep doing your thing. You're doing a great thing. I see what you're doing on social media. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. I love seeing young people out there competing and doing what they're supposed to do. And those who are young at heart, like myself. Those that are young at heart out there still competing, man. I love to watch you guys compete. And I just want to say hello to everybody at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts in Milford, Connecticut. Good morning. I love you guys, man. You guys are my soul, man. I appreciate you. You guys are loyal, man. And loyalty these days is like hard to find. Even in a dog, it's hard to find. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful, I'm thankful for everything. I want to say hello to everybody here at Soundview TV, my producer, Francisco, you're the best, bro. Francisco can do anything. I encourage all small businesses, medium businesses, and big businesses to come on down to Soundview TV and do some advertising because these guys are fantastic. It's beautiful here. The studio is beautiful. Everything is gorgeous. I want to say hello to everybody on social media, what's happening, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all you guys that are watching me every single day, man, I really appreciate what you're doing. I'm gonna say hello to my family, my daughter, Anaya, she had a little stomach ache the other day, but she's much better. So I wanna say hello to my daughter, Anaya, and my wife, Michelle, love you, mama. And other than that, guys, to all my kids, I love you guys so much, man. You guys are everything to me. They took me out to New York last weekend. Remember that last Sunday? It was beautiful out. We were in New York City, man. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. Safe drive down, safe drive coming back. But with that being said, let's get this show started. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a step back to go forward. You guys know how I do my shows. I like taking a step back to go forward. And at that point, we're going to go into some new stuff. We're going to start off, of course, with Chung Mu. Chung Mu is a Taekwondo kata for red black belt, Chung Mu. Okay, here we go. Take Kempo-kai height, bow, hand by my side. Aya, Hana. Come up slow. I'm going to narrate this kata the first time, and then the second time I'm going to go through it a little bit faster with less narration. Okay? I look to my left. 1, 2, double knife, into a fighting stance. Back leg side kick 1, back leg side kick 2, left. Back up here for a little bit. Chamber from here, double knife. It's a back kick, double knife, then right, left, side kick. Let me come back here. Knife hand strike. Punch 1, punch 2, kiai. Aya. Chamber. I turn from here. 1, 2, and I come here. Double chamber. Right, left, right into a bridge hand. Into a fighting stance, back leg side kick 1, back leg side kick 2, right, left. Let me come up stage. Chamber from here, double knife, into an angle kick, double knife. Person jumps up in the air, does a complete 360 and land, okay? Come forward, knife hand strike. My back is to you only for a moment, jump up. Kia here, X block. I go into a riding horse stance. Uppercut, double knife. From here, again into a fighting stance, back leg side kick 1, back leg side kick 2, right, left. As I turn, double pressing block, X block, double chamber over my obi or my belt here. I come forward, right, left, I turn, aya. Bado. And I end it the same way I begin it, okay? Martial arts to me is a lifestyle. The discipline, the structure, self-control, all of that matters. And people that have little kids that are growing up and they're having issues on self-control and trying to manage their emotions. It's a whole lot, man, that these kids are going through. They have social media these days. When I was, say, 8, 9, 10 years of age, we didn't have all this social media, all this distractions and negativity growing up. It was literally watching mom and dad. That was basically it. And your older brother, your older sister, or someone in the neighborhood who you could trust. And you would watch that person. And when you watch that person, you're almost watching how they live. And that was watching somebody is watching the church. If you think about it for a second, when you watch how someone lives, if they're living an honorable life, you want to mimic that. But unfortunately, and likewise, people that are living this dishonorable life, kids see that too, and kids start to emulate the negativity. Kids, what they see, kids are going to be what they see. How's the phrase goes? The apple doesn't what? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. You know, a lot of parents didn't like how they were raised growing up, but at the same time, if they didn't like how they were raised growing up, then why are those same parents hemorrhaging their nonsense and their trauma, their unmet professional expectations, their unmet personal expectations, their unresolved trauma and toxicity, and they're hemorrhaging all that onto their kids? Now we have another generation that is jacked up mentally because mom and dad screwed up their kids. It's just a fact. And parents, you have to start doing better, man. You cannot change the past, which is what kids want you to do, but you can make the future, you can make the present and the future better. But a lot of parents are narcissistic. They want to blame everybody for everyone's problem. They want to blame one parent. They want to blame the other parent. And meanwhile, the collateral damage is a jet plane going down in flames of the children. And so parents, we have to start doing better. We got to start doing better. If not, juvenile detention is going to fill up. The prison system is going to fill up. And unfortunately, that cemetery is going to fill up because people can't handle a lot of things today. People can't handle you being 100%. They can't handle you keeping it real. They can't handle it. But unfortunately, the only way to get to some people is some tough love. I believe in praying first. I believe in bringing the Lord into everything, because now, if the Lord has his hands on everything, then everything that you do, the Lord has his hands on. But some of you are not doing that. Unfortunately, all we can do is pray. I pray for all the kids. I'm a kid guy. I'm not anti-adult, but I'm a kid guy. And because I'm a kid guy, I'm going to always do the right thing by my children. Always. Let's get going. Now, the kata again is called Chung Mu. I'm going to do Chung Mu again, but with less narration. Okay, let's go. Take Kempo Kai height, bow, hands by my side. Taekwondo, Chung Mu, Aya. Okay, Hana. Right from here. Pay attention. Now, after you punch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Martial arts to me is a way of life. I completely understand all the struggles that a lot of parents are going through. I understand that. But I need parents to understand this too. You're the one that's buying the food. You're the one that's buying the clothes. You're the one that's buying the snacks. So if a kid is overweight, mom and dad, people looking at you because you're putting the food in there. Okay? No parent is perfect, but it's not even about that. I call it parental professional courage. doing what is right when it's difficult. That's important. And a lot of parents are just not doing the right thing. And you can see it in the behavior of their kids. I hear from school teachers every single day, some of these kids are coming to class, coming to school, not properly hygiene, the breath. Did they brush their teeth this morning? I don't understand what's going on in these households. And I cannot save the world. I can only basically make sure that my own kids are, quote unquote, doing what they're supposed to do. I can help. And that's why I'm huge on being a kid guy. Come on down to Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. Let's talk about your child. Allow me to be of service to you. A man needs to be three things. Women, listen up. A man needs to be three things: a provider, a protector, and a man of service. If a man can't be all three, we can't communicate. If you need help, let's talk. But there's a phrase that I grew up with, and the phrase goes like this: you're better off giving your attention to help fix upset, broken kids, but we have to leave alone the damaged adults. I don't completely believe in that. I believe that people can change if they want to. But two ways that people change, especially adults: either you come close to death or you're going to have some type of a scare in your life. A scare that goes into your DNA and pulls out the good person that's already in there. I just believe that people are good people deep down. It's just that their circumstances and their situations have them making, negative and bad choices and decisions. This is how I think. But at the end of the day, I'm always here. People call on me. I'm at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. I'm all over the social media. Instagram is Tate Kempo. Twitter is HBagwell777. On TikTok is at Tate Kempo1. And of course, my email is tatekempo777@yahoo.com. You can always contact me through bagwellacademy.com. A man's got to be three things: a protector, a provider, and a man of service. And men, I can understand why a lot of these females now have this "I can do it on my own" type of a thing, because a lot of men just don't have any substance. You like to talk a sweet game, and you know where you talk a sweet game when the lights go out, but when the lights come back on, you're broke, you don't have a car, you have a job for a year and a half, you get fired, year and a half, get fired, and your house looks jacked up, your kids are jacked up, everything is jacked up in your life, but you want to have a good woman. Well, you're not a good man. So at the end of the day, I'm very critical on this point. Parents, we have to do better. Kids do not ask to be born. So parents, you have to do better. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go from Chung Mu. We're going to go from combinations 16A and 16B in Kempo. Okay, here we go. Hands are here. Here comes a straight punch or a hook to my face. I lean to the left. My left hand is literally guiding that punch past my face. I'm coming over that arm into a front guillotine. Okay? I have the person's arm here trapped in my shoulder and my neck, and I have the person's neck right here. I grab my wrist and I'm cranking it here. Then I drop my right hand, still holding that person here. I get that arm off me and I kick it back. And I go into a cat stance in the dojo or a fighting stance out in the street, okay? All these techniques have been proven to work. Don't ask me how or ask me off camera. But these techniques are prone to work. That's why I absolutely respect Taekwondo and I respect Kempo, the two disciplines that I chose to go from white belt all the way past black belt. 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo and 9th degree black belt in Shaolin Kempo. I cannot earn my 10th degree until I turn 60. Good Lord willing, I get to see it. I'm looking forward to turning 60. I turn 59 in a few weeks, so I'm excited about that too. I have no problem with age. I think it's a privilege to be older, especially being a black man in this country. And you 59 years old, I had to dodge some things. I had to dodge some things to get here. But the good Lord was with me the whole time. And I pray he'll continue to be with me as well. Okay, let's go. Now we're going to do it again. Combination 16A. 1, 2, down and around. Aya. Cat stance in the dojo, fighting stance out in the street. Now, 16B is different. 16A is left. 16B is using your right leg. You got to determine the two. You have to know what's coming at you to know how to defend yourself, okay? I love what Mike Tyson said. Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And then that plan goes out the window. Stick with the plan. You got to take some hits. You're going to take some hits in life. Lord knows I took some hits in life. Woo, we'll be here all day. But I took some hits in life, y'all. I took those hits, but I'm like a Timex watch. Takes a licking, but keeps on ticking, baby, okay? Hands are up. This is 16B. High block. Strike my elbow. Push. High hook. Same thing. Down and around. Aya. Cat stance in the dojo. Fighting stance out in the street. That's how that works, okay? So here we go. Hands are up. Let's work it, work it. Okay, now let's go into black belt. Black belt is 17A and 17B. These are combinations. 17A and 17B, black belt. I'm here, 17A. My first move from here, I'm going to block, back fist, chamber, elbow strike, protect, hammer strike, right, left, right, left, aya. Okay, elbow strike, okay? One more time. I'm here, block, back fist, elbow, protect, hammer strike to the person's groin. I come here, right, left, aya. Now, for a smaller person, if a bigger person's coming at you, one hand's not going to be able to block anything. So when you're here, you want to come here, you want to block. Grab that person's wrist, back fist, released, elbow strike, hammer strike, right, left, right. Okay? Then from here, right, left, aya. Okay? 17B is a little bit more, I won't say complex, but you most definitely have to be an athlete. You have to be agile. 17B, as I'm blocking that person's punch, at the same time I'm coming around, wham, boom, boom. Okay? So as you're going that way, as you're blocking that way, keep the momentum going. Protect, turn, wham, pop, pop. Okay? That's how you learn to do so many things. Self-defense is amazing. You have to practice your self-defense every single day. There's a phrase that says, do not fear the person who knows 1,000 techniques, but fear the person who practices that one technique 1,000 times. So you have to understand that too. So if you listen to that philosophy, it doesn't really matter what's coming at you. It's how you choose to defend it. Like in life, you can't control what a person says or does to you, but you can control how you choose to respond. You really can. You know, there's a rapper named 50 Cent. He has a really extreme way of dealing with things that I won't say here on the air. But I like what he says. Bottom line is, if it's not worth you going all out on a person and yelling and cursing, then let it go. Let it go. If a person's going to accidentally step on your boots or your sneakers, whatever, that's not cause to flip out. Even if the person doesn't even say hello, just keep moving. It's not worth it. If it's not worth taking that person off the face of the planet, then it's not worth you getting into it, okay? Here we go. Now, we're going to do Kwan-Ge. Kwan-Ge is a black belt kata in Taekwondo. I've seen so many different versions of these katas, and it's just beautiful to watch, to see the creativity of martial arts. I just happen to think it's beautiful. Okay, here we go. Take Kempo-Kai height, bow, hands by my side. Taekwondo. Okay, here we go. Kwange, Hana. Come up really slow. Come here, we back up a little bit. Come here, breathe in, step out. I look, look up. We just back up a little bit. 1. Back us to you for a moment, doing pressing blocks. Okay? Martial arts, again, is a way of life. A lot of people will do all the things in their whole lifetime, whatever it is. I find that people do what's important to them. If it's not important to them, they're not going to do it. They just don't find the quality in it, or they don't find the value in it. There are some people who will be with you when you're up, and they'll be with you when you're down. Those are your people. Those that are with you right now, but when something happens and they leave, they were never your people to begin with. I don't care if they're family, friends, it doesn't matter. I've seen quote unquote family members claim to be with me, but then they showed me that they're not with me. So now I have to love them from a distance. I don't want to talk to you every day. I don't want to see you pretty much anymore, but I'll love you because somehow we have blood. We don't have the same attitude of excellence, but we have the same blood. So I love you, but I'm gonna love you from over there, okay? I want you to eat, but you just can't eat with me anymore. And so when people show you, we have to start to normalize people. I don't care who it is, that when people show you who they are, and it's offensive, believe them the first time. That's just who they are. Because let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship and it's rocky all the time, that's the good Lord trying to separate you. I'm telling you, because he has something better for you down the road. Or are you just going through a bad time? I always believe in prayer, because the good Lord is a Lord of clarity. He is not a Lord of confusion. So if you're confused, that might be the sign that you're looking for. Okay? One more time. Let's go. Kwange. Height. Back up a little bit. At Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts, we teach 2 different disciplines. We teach Shaolin Kempo and, of course, ITF, International Taekwondo Federation Taekwondo. You don't hear much about ITF. You hear more about World Taekwondo, because World Taekwondo is the Olympic style fighting that they use. They use no hands, all legs. You're going to see all types of katas in there. My point is, martial arts is martial arts. I don't care what style you're taking. Put your whole self into it. And I think I speak for all instructors when I say, try to get to class on time. I know parents are getting off of work. You got work, you got dinner, you got hygiene. Parents got to get themselves together. They had a long day at work. Sometimes it could be very stressful at the job that some of these parents have. Some parents are going through a tough time right now. Some parents are losing jobs. The economy is not the best. Whew, money is always tight. And I'm here to tell you, don't quit. Never mind what your circumstances look like. I am walking, living proof. My circumstances were pretty bad. And I'm telling you, for right now, I was pretty much almost really living in my business for a little while. And I had to make that sacrifice. I'm very transparent. And I lived in my business for a long while, okay? And it was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I was beating myself up mentally more than half the time. But at that point, I got myself together. I had to change my mindset. I had to be thankful for where I was, and I had to be thankful for what I had, and not being bitter and mad and pissed about what I didn't have. But at the end of the day, understand this. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. You keep the Lord first place. He will make a way where there seemingly seems not to be a way. So let me prove that. When you read the Bible, I want you to read the Bible about Moses, how he took his people out of bondage, away from Pharaoh. And he told Pharaoh, let my people go. That was a direct message, of course, from the Lord through Moses to the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh said, yes, you can leave. Take all your gold, take all your precious jewels, everything that you have, and adorn your children with everything, and you guys can leave. As they left, Pharaoh had changed his mind and said, no, I want them to come back as slaves. So now they are all at the Red Sea. They can't go any further. And long way off, they saw all this smoke billowing up. It was Pharaoh and his 600 chosen chariots to go after the children and people of Israel to bring them back into slavery and into bondage. At that point, Moses raised up his staff and the Red Sea parted. That was a gift from the Lord. And when the last person of Israel, they were all in bondage and slavery, when that last person got off that bedrock of the Red Sea and onto safe shore, all of the 600 chosen chariots were already in the bedrock, and the good Lord closed all that water, drowning and killing all those people. So let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. When the good Lord has something for you, no person can take it out. With that being said, I'm about to end my show, but I'm here to tell people right now, it may be tough for you. It may be tough for you spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and relationally, but don't quit. If you quit, nothing good comes out of that. But if you just keep going, one more day, one more day, one more day, and you're praying, and you're reading scripture, and you're praying, and you're reading scripture, just keep going, eventually the goodness will come to you, because you're showing the good Lord how bad you want it. My name is Kiyoshi Herbie Bagwell from the Kiyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. Thank you for watching, and good night.